As we all know, the odds of making it to the NBA are very slim. As slim as 0.3%, but this player beat the odds like you won't ever believe. This is the incredible story of how Jason Preston went from being a bench player in high school to getting drafted to the NBA. Growing up in Orlando, Florida with his mother and his father not being in his life, basketball was a huge passion he had since the age of 4. As a former coach of his would say, that he recalled seeing Preston at local rec centers in 6th and 7th grade, working on moves by himself, and that his quote, passion for basketball is unmatched. Well, his passion for basketball would transition over to high school, where he would attend William R. Boone High School in Orlando, Florida, where he would start off playing junior varsity, where he said he would have pretty good seasons playing at the JV level. But off the court, Jason would be struck with some unfortunate adversity he would have to deal with when he was 16 years old in his junior year of high school, where his mother would unfortunately pass away, losing her battle with lung cancer. With the closest person in his life now gone, and his father not being in his life, his aunt living in Jamaica would move from Jamaica to Florida to live with Preston, and he would eventually end up moving in with a cousin and some family friends to finish off his high school. But his support system, basketball, and his faith would help him get through the grieving period he went through, with Jason saying, quote, "Once I truly believed in my faith, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and the aspect of everything happening for a reason. So just to know that it's all a part of God's plan. She's in a better place now. Instead of having to struggle the way she was down here, she's in a much better place, and just having that mindset really helps you push through not only that specific obstacle, but anything you might be dealing with in life." With his passion for the game of basketball helping him get through tough times in life, he wouldn't get the opportunity to showcase his abilities on the court because his senior season of varsity high school basketball, he wouldn't get a lot of minutes coming off the bench with him only being 6 foot, 140 pounds his senior year. And the only time he got the chance to start his senior year was on senior night. And he would average 2.2 points a game, 1.2 assists, and 2.4 rebounds a game, with Jason only scoring 52 combined points total his senior year. Despite not getting the chance to play a lot of minutes, his team would end up winning their district championship to complete his last year of high school basketball. So he would end his last year of high school basketball on a high note. But with every passion, there will always come a point in time where the realism of a situation will come into play, which was the case with Jason playing basketball at the next level. With him being a skinny kid only averaging 2.2 points a game in high school and having no Division I offers, basketball would become an afterthought for Preston. So after he graduated high school, he would enroll in journalism at the University of Central Florida, being a regular student taking summer classes and writing sports articles for Fansided and Bleacher Report. With him not playing basketball competitively anymore, he still wanted to stay around the game of basketball. Now with Jason taking summer classes, the summertime is when AAU tournaments across the country are running. So a friend of Jason asked if he wanted to play with his AAU team in an upcoming tournament because they needed a 5th player. So Jason would accept the invite because it would give him a chance to play a lot of minutes as well as play with his friends. And Preston would play very well in the AAU tournaments he played in, saying that they were beating teams they knew they shouldn't have, and Preston would end up getting some Division II interests. But with colleges having a limited or no scholarships left to offer, with the fall semester 2 weeks away from beginning, a coach would recommend that he should do a prep year of basketball, which is a postgraduate year of basketball for players trying to get exposure to get recruited to the college level. So Jason would end up leaving UCF to attend Believe Prep Academy in Athens, Tennessee. But the coach that recruited him to play at Believe Prep ended up leaving 2 weeks after Jason had got there. Now the prep school had multiple teams, from the A team being the best team with the best competition, to the D team being competition that you find at your local LA Fitness or YMCA. So he would start off on the A team, but because there was a new head coach and nobody knew about him, he didn't get a lot of minutes. So he went to go play on the C team with 2 teammates he was living with while he was out there. And he ended up playing very well, passing the ball, rebounding, and pushing the ball in transition. Well, him playing on the C team would grab the attention of the A team's head coach, and by the end of the year, he would be back on the A team to finish the season off. But without getting a lot of college interest during his time at Believe, he had to take ownership in his recruitment process and try to make opportunities for himself. So on one of the bus rides home after a tournament he played in, he realized that he had no game film of himself playing, which is key when trying to get recruited by colleges. So he got the team's iPad and started to screen record his highlights from their game film, and one of his teammates made a highlight tape for him. So then the Believe Prep Academy's Twitter page posted it online. Then he started to get DMs from Division I programs such as Ohio and Longwood University, and they would both offer him a scholarship to play for their programs, and he would end up committing to Ohio. In his 3 years at Ohio, he would start to grow and put on some weight, and would slowly grow into a household name at Ohio, earning himself MAC Conference All-Freshman Team, and in his sophomore year, he would average 16.8 points per game, 7.4 assists, and 6.4 rebounds a game, and 15, 7, and 7 his junior year, including a 31 point, 8 rebound, and 6 assist game against the number 2 ranked team in the country behind Gonzaga that year, getting himself a 2-time All-MAC Conference award, as well as the 2021 All-MAC Tournament and the MAC Tournament MVP. Helped leading the Bobcats to a MAC Conference Championship in 2021 with 22 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. To help lead Ohio to the March Madness tournament, including an upset beating the number 4 seed Virginia as a 13th seed, where Preston would have a near triple-double with 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists, but would unfortunately fall short, being defeated by Creighton in the second round. After an incredible 3 seasons at Ohio University, Jason would decide to leave college early and not return for his senior year, and would declare for the 2021 NBA Draft. He would have a good draft combine performance in Chicago, where he would establish himself as one of the best passers and playmakers in the draft. And on July 19, 2021, the day of the NBA Draft, and after a long wait, Jason's dream would finally come true, as he would get drafted with the 33rd pick in the 2021 NBA Draft to the LA Clippers. And he would play well in the NBA Summer League, where he would have a 16-point and 5 assist game against the Utah Jazz Summer League team. And he would showcase his ability to pass, make shots, and use floaters in the lane to score over taller defenders. But unfortunately, he would miss the entire 2021-2022 season with a right foot injury, but is now healthy and ready to play his first official rookie season this upcoming year. His incredible story would be acknowledged by his former head coach in college, saying, quote, "To come where he came from, 6 feet tall, only 140 pounds, averaging 2 points per game as a high school senior, to where he is now, it takes a special belief in yourself. I'm sure a lot of it is just the way his mom raised him, and just the way his Aunt Denise took over when she passed away. The things he went through at 16 years old, some people don't go through that in a lifetime. He's really had to create his own path. It's a phenomenal story. But what an incredible story of Jason Preston, from being faced with adversity in his personal life, to being a skinny kid who only scored 2 points a game in high school, coming off the bench as a senior and having no Division I offers, to not playing organized basketball anymore and just being a regular college student, to playing on one of his friend's AAU team and getting recommended to play prep, to getting his first couple of Division I offers, and eventually getting drafted to the NBA, which is an incredible story of perseverance, beating the odds, and lastly, believing in yourself. After reading this incredible story, I'd like to end this video with just a little word of motivation. To always believe in yourself, believe that the hard work you're putting in will eventually pay off, and to never give up on your goals. Regardless if people look at you crazy or look at you sideways, or even if the odds are stacked against you, and to take advantage of any opportunities you may have in order to get to where you need to go, even if that means creating opportunities for yourself, just like how Jason did.
What would be your lesson here to other recruits that are not mainstream, that are not getting seen on the circuit? And I say that because I don't, none of us know what that circuit's going to look like after the pandemic, but at least to this point, what would be your message?
Always believe in yourself. Don't let anyone say you can and cannot do anything. Always have faith in yourself. And secondly, if you're ever given an opportunity or a chance, make sure you make the most of it. If you're given an opportunity and you have no one to blame but yourself, you put it in your hands.